Today, we'll step into the life of a young girl who transformed a moment of pain into a lifetime of purpose. A girl who would rise from the fields of South Carolina to the halls of power in Washington, D.C. This is the story of Mary McLeod Bethune. Welcome back to Echoes of Time, where we uncover the hidden voices of history and bring their stories to life. If you enjoy these journeys into the past, make sure to follow so you don't miss the next story carried through time. She was only 12 years old when a single phrase changed everything. Mary walked into the home where her mother worked, scrubbing clothes for a white family. Inside, she saw something that seemed almost magical, a room full of books. Library. She reached out in wonder, curious about the world hidden inside their pages. But before she could touch one, the daughter of the family stopped her. "You're black," the girl said. "Black people don't know how to read." It was meant to silence her, but instead it awakened her. In that moment, Mary understood that knowledge was not forbidden by nature, it was withheld by prejudice, and she decided she would break that barrier. Born in 1875, the 15th of 17 children, Mary grew up in a world still scarred by slavery. Her parents had been enslaved, and like so many black families of the time, they worked long hours in the fields. But Mary had a vision bigger than the rows of cotton and the limits of her circumstances. She began walking 10 miles each day to attend a mission school for black children. There she learned her letters, then her words, and eventually entire books. But she did not keep this gift to herself. She taught her parents, her siblings, her neighbors, and even local farm workers. Every person who learned to read became another crack in the wall of ignorance that racism tried to build. Mary quickly became a star pupil. She earned a scholarship to continue her studies and trained as a teacher. Teaching for her was not just a job. It was a mission, a calling that stretched beyond classrooms and textbooks. With only $1.50 in her pocket, she founded a small school in Daytona Beach, Florida. That school would one day grow into Bethune-Cookman University, a beacon of education for generations of black students. But Mary didn't stop there. She taught in prisons, trained teachers, and gave her students not just literacy, but dignity. She urged them to get identification cards, to vote, to take up space in a society that wanted them invisible. Her voice soon reached beyond education. She became a trusted advisor to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, serving as Director of Negro Affairs. In an era when being black and being a woman often meant being silenced, Mary spoke loudly. She challenged senators, debated policymakers, and demanded a place for her people at the table. History would come to know her as the First Lady of the struggle, not because she sought fame, but because she carved a path where none existed. She taught more than 5,000 people directly, but her influence reached countless others, planting seeds that would grow into the civil rights movement itself. Mary passed away in 1955, the very year Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus. She did not live to see the movement fully bloom, but she had already nourished its roots. Her life was proof that when a black woman picked up a book, no law, no chain, no insult could stop her. Knowledge had become her weapon, and with it, she changed the future. Thank you for joining me today in remembering Mary McLeod Bethune, a woman who turned education into liberation and courage into legacy. If you'd like to keep walking with me through the echoes of time, don't forget to follow. Until next time, may the lessons of the past continue to light the way forward.